What's up, guys? I'm Chris Spags here, back with another Four Corners for today's 7-game NBA DFS slate, courtesy of Awesemo.com and presented by Super Draft. It was a good week last week, and now we're starting another week with absolute chaos as guys are getting ruled out and downgraded to doubtful as we do this video. So let's get that power of positivity back in the air to kick off the week. And right now, please hit that like button if you want your chance to win a free month of Awesemo Plus, courtesy of Super Draft. Like this video and comment your overall top value according to Draftkings salaries down below. Nobody got Juancho Hernan-Gomez correctly on Friday, but it's a new week, it's a new you. So get back on track today by liking this video and commenting your top value play down below. But especially when things go haywire, we've got no time to waste here in the Four Corners. Let's get right into our first corner of the top owned plays, and Jonas Valanciunas in a game at Atlanta, where his 119.5 implied points for Memphis. Jonas has 31% expected ownership on Draftkings, while he's 21% on FanDuel. Jonas has over 49.75 fantasy points in his last two games with over 31 minutes thanks to the lack of bigs on Memphis, while Joe Val has reasonable prices industry-wide, but a faint risk that he loses run to smaller lineups. Another current top-owned play looks like DeMar DeRozan in a game versus Indiana, where there's 109.5 implied points for San Antonio. DeRozan has 30% expected ownership on Draftkings, while he's 22% on FanDuel. DeRozan sees upticks in usage, rebounds, and assists without LaMarcus Aldridge in the lineup. And while it's not a great matchup versus Indiana, someone has to score for the Spurs. And another top-owned play looks like Julius Randle in a game versus Houston, where there's 110.3 implied points for the Knicks. Randle has 22% expected ownership on Draftkings, while he's 29% on FanDuel. Randle should feast against Houston's small lineups with reasonable prices, but some risk that Houston completely smokes them as a 10-point road favorite, going against the Knicks' 110.6 defensive rating. And now for our next corner, some of the current top value plays of tonight's NBA DFS slate, starting with Shaq Harrison in a game versus Dallas, where his 107.8 implied points for Chicago. Shaq seems like he would need to see extended run thanks to Zach LaVine likely out after being downgraded to doubtful at near minimum prices for Shaq industry-wide. Another current top value looks like Larry Nance in a game versus Utah, where there's 106 implied points for Cleveland. Nance stands to benefit from the expected absences of Andre Drummond and Tristan Thompson with very reasonable prices despite a tough matchup on paper against Utah. And our last current top value looks like Dylan Brooks in that game at Atlanta, where there's 119.5 implied points for Memphis. Brooks has at least 22 shots in his last three games thanks to the usage left behind with Jaren Jackson's injury. He's particularly cheap on DraftKings, but still playably priced on FanDuel. And now for our next corner, here are some other core plays that I'm currently looking at, starting with Luka Doncic in the game at Chicago, where his 115.3 implied points for Dallas. Kristaps Porzingis is out for rest, and Doncic sees 40% usage with him and Dwight Powell off the floor this year, going against a Chicago team and won't have much to stop him today. And a somewhat riskier core play looks like Trey Lyles in a game versus Indiana, where there's 109.5 implied points for San Antonio. Lyles saw 40 minutes last game against Orlando with Aldridge and Jakob Poeltl out, and he could see big run again with Indiana's bigs on the other side. And our last current core play looks like Nikola Vucevic in a game versus Portland, where there's 113.5 implied points for Orlando. Vuce put up 57 fantasy points in 33 minutes versus Portland and Hassan Whiteside earlier this year, and he could benefit even more if the currently questionable Aaron Gordon misses today with his usage and rebounding out of the lineup. And now into our last corner, one that was on a real heater last week, the lower owned dart throws. Let's talk about CJ McCollum in a game at Orlando, where there's 107.5 implied points for Portland. CJ continues to have over 33% usage and a 30% assist rate with Damian Lillard out. And he's been over 50 fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games. Another lower owned dart throw looks like Ja Morant in that game at Atlanta, where there's 119.5 implied points for Memphis. Morant hung 59.6 fantasy points on the Lakers over the weekend, and he'll be able to get almost anything he wants at pace against Atlanta with reasonable prices and not anywhere near the ownership expected for Jonas Valanciunas. And my last lower owned dart throw looks like Russell Westbrook in a game at the Knicks, where there's 120.3 implied points for Houston. Westbrook has over 60 fantasy points in his last 2 games, and he and James Harden both should be in the mix with a game that could get out of hand, but will likely offer them a chance for massive permanent production against the Knicks' 110.6 defensive rating. So that's what I'm seeing so far for today's slate. So right now, please hit that like button if you want your chance to win a free month of Awesemo Plus, courtesy of Super Draft. Like this video and comment your overall top value play according to Draftkings salaries down below. And as always, those free months of Awesemo Plus come courtesy of Super Draft. So right now, check out the future of DFS at superdraft.io or by downloading Super Draft from the App Store. If you use the promo code Awesemo when you sign up, you can get yourself $20 free with a deposit of $100 or more. There's been a lot of overlay on there recently, just basically giving free money away in a lot of their tournaments up top. So check them out at superdraft.io. It's a great way to build your bankroll if you use the promo code Awesemo to get yourself $20 $10 free. And this slate could be a crazy one, so get some data in your life by using this promo code Switch and Hedge for half off your first month of Awesemo. Plus, go to awesemo.com/join and use that promo code right now to get half off of any weekly package. So do it right now at awesemo.com/join with that promo code Switch and Hedge. Go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Chris Spags. I did a lot of stuff on Instagram this weekend, and also my personal podcast is out on my Twitter at Chris Spags. We checked the pinned tweet, talked about AEW, some pro wrestling talk, as well as a bunch of other things across the world and the things you need to know. So check me out right now on Twitter and subscribe to my podcast at Chris Spags. I'll be back on Live Before Lock later tonight with the Chubster Josh Engelman, so tune in then because I'm sure it'll get even more hectic by the time that rolls around, and I'll be back with you guys tomorrow for another Four Corners. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great night, and I'll see you guys again soon. Good luck.